enemy is throwing and rubbing our situation in our face, we're going to make it. Why? Because we love him too much to fail him. For he's done too much for us. And we have made this commitment. We've made a commitment. You know, it's the saddest thing to see today that commitment doesn't mean much to people anymore. Commitment doesn't mean much to people anymore, where they're able to take vows, and as soon as the going gets rough, they turn back on those vows. But I stand to tell you this morning that the Lord is not like that. For he is a covenant God, and he never makes a promise that he cannot keep. He will never make a promise that he cannot keep. So if he said he will never leave us nor forsake us, that's exactly what he'll do. Regardless of the situation, regardless of the pain that drives us to our knees, where we're like Hannah, where we don't even have words to speak, we know that the Lord will never leave us nor forsake us. And so we come like the psalmist, and we join our voices with the praises and rejoice, knowing that his loving kindness will be with us in the day, and in the night his song shall be with us, and his prayer unto the God of his life. Even though our sword is in our bones, crushing us and destroying us, and even though our enemies were approaching us, saying, "Where is your God?" our souls will not be cast down within us, but we will rejoice, for our hope is in God. Why? Because we love him too much to fail him now. And even though it takes a struggle, even though it takes a fight, we're going to make it. Because we made up in our mind that we are going to make it.
Yes, Lord.
I wonder if there's some people in this house that have made up in their mind that they're going to make it. I wonder if there's some saints in this house that are willing to join their voices together and say, "I love him too much to fail him now. I love him too much to break my vow." Why? Because I promised the Lord that I would make it somehow. And if you made that commitment, I want you to come forward this morning. And I want us to encourage one another this morning that we can make it. And if you haven't made the commitment, or if you've made the commitment and you've reneged on your commitment, I want you to come forward and renew your vow to the Lord, and saying, even though I messed up, I want to renew my vows. Even though I allowed my situation to get the best of me, I want to renew my vows because I'm determined to make it. And if you've never made that vow to the Lord, I want you to come. For I want us to encourage one another and to encourage you this morning, to let you know that if you so desire, you too can make it. But the Lord said it would be better not to vow a vow than to vow it and not keep it. The Lord is reminding us this morning, for those of us who have made that commitment, that we have made the commitment. And it doesn't mean that it's always going to be easy. It doesn't mean that we're always going to have things the way that we want it. But it means that if we truly love the Lord, that all things will work together for his glory, so that all men might see that he is God. But one last thing as we close. For the Lord ordains all things for his glory. You see, the Lord is not selfish. See, he calls us to share in his glory. The Bible says, "What is man that thou art mindful of him, and the son of man that thou visitest him? For you have made him a little lower than the angels, and have crowned him with glory and honor." I'd like to answer that question this morning and say it's because he loves us. Because he loves us so much. That's what man is. We are his love. The love of his life. Is the Lord the love of your life? I want us to join hands this morning, and we're going to sing this song. I love him too much to fail him now. But don't sing it if you don't mean it. Don't be like the Judaizers who just sing just because it's a song to sing. But if you mean it, then sing it from your heart. I love him too much to fail him now. Why don't we sing this morning? I love him too much, oh, to fail him now. I love him too much to break